Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kev with Singhscents coming at you with another vid. So today we got something really cool. We got a review on Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. We're going to talk about note breakdowns, tell you about what I think about this fragrance, and a cool backstory of how I got this. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It'd be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to hit my Instagram page. It's called Singhscents. Leave a link down in the description if you guys want to go ahead and follow that as well. But yeah, man, let's get right into this review. So today, guys, we'll be talking about this fragrance right here. It's called Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. But before we get into this review, I just want to talk about a quick backstory on how I got this fragrance right here. So it was around this time last year, and I was just getting into the fragrance community, joining some of the, groups on Facebook and whatnot. And, I was just trying to see what people are wearing, what, fragrances are like new and stuff in the community. So this was one that was getting a lot of buzz in the fragrance community. A lot of people were talking about it. And, as I was scrolling through, I did see you could get a free sample of this fragrance on Zaharoff's website. So I went ahead right away, requested a sample, and I think like in a week I got it. I didn't even have to pay anything. It's free shipping, everything, which I thought was really cool because I'd never seen a company that does that, and I thought that was a perfect way to brand, something or get it out there, right? So as I smelled this fragrance, I was like, wow, I was blown away. And honestly, just a disclaimer, like I'm not a huge fan of like barbershop, or not barbershop, but like Fougere type of scents or like classic scents. And this one just blew me away because it's not fully a classic or a Fougere scent. It has a modern twist to it, and I really like that. So as I was, I think like a month went by, and I seen like people still posting about it, and I seen one guy, he was asking about, what do you guys think about this fragrance? And I think he lived like in the UK or something. So at the time, I don't think they were shipping samples like out of the United States, so overseas. So I was telling him about it, and I told him that I really love the scent. I told him that this is something that I'll only wear in like special occasions, like say if I'm going to like a graduation or like a wedding. And right away, like 5 minutes later, George comments right back on my post, and he says, wow, I'm amazed about what you said. I think that's really cool. I've never seen anyone say something like that about his fragrance. So he messaged me on the messenger, and he just told me about, he was trying to learn more about me, more about who I am, what I do and stuff like that. And, he really seemed to care about, you or me. But most people that I know, he seems to really care about other people's lives and stuff like that. So he told me, he was like, do me a favor, right? He said, stay in school, continue to, chase your dreams, follow your dreams, and as long as you promise me that, I'll send you out a bottle of this. And at the time, I wasn't even a fragrance reviewer, so that was just crazy, because this stuff is expensive. I mean, for what you get, it's not a bad price, but it's still a high price point at $155 for the 4 ounce right here, and then like $95 for the 2 ounce. But man, I was blown away. Like, I wasn't really making a lot of money at the time too, so this was fantastic. Like, I was just, he put a smile on my face. But yeah, and I got the fragrance, and man, thank you, George. Like, I just super thankful for what you did there. I still reach out to him all the time, tell him, ask him how he's doing and stuff. I think he has like some new flankers coming out soon. I'm not sure he's been leaking it, but thank you, George. I appreciate it. So now let's get right into the review. All right, guys, first thing that we're going to start off with is a presentation. So we're going to start off with the box. So this box is super nice. Zaharoff is a niche fragrance. They only have like shaving stuff, so right now you can consider that, you know, niche, because I don't think he's selling any clothes right now, but I know he did back in like the early 2000s. But here's the presentation, really nice. You can tell he did put his, you know, full on heart into this presentation. You know, really nice quality box. It's opened up. So this is the 4 ounce right here, 125 ml. Has Zaharoff, nothing in the back. Got some of the ingredients, Zaharoff, and the website. And then inside, I kept a note that he sent me in there. And then this is something that where you could join the Z Society. I don't know if he still does this. I'm not sure if it was like exclusive to people that had bottles from the first time. But when you join this, he actually sends you stuff. And I got this poster, which was really cool. I didn't expect that. But it was really, you know, thoughtful. I know a lot of reviewers, you guys probably see them, you know, posted on their wall. I do plan on hanging that up one day, probably when I get like a better setup though. But yeah, really nice. And then for the bottle, he went all out on this stuff, man. One of my favorite features on this bottle is the cap. You could actually, you see, you twist open. That's how I like to open it. I think he even said that in one of his YouTube videos. But yeah, this stuff is nice, man. It's just a plastic cap, but it looks freaking amazing. It's like has this bronze color to it. Really nice. And the juice color is super cool. So it has like this purple-ish hue to it. Love it. Love this presentation though. So let's get right into the notes. So for the notes, if you actually checked out his YouTube page, he goes full in depth on how he got all these fresh ingredients from like different countries. So as I explain the notes, I'll also link the countries that he got it from. So for the top, you get fresh cardamom from Guatemala. You get lavender from southern France. You get black pepper from Zanzibar. Juicy pear, blue cypress from Provence. And in the middle, you get ginger roots from India. You get blonde cedar from Virginia. You get oud from Indonesia. Iris from Italy, pimento leaves from Jamaica, and fir balsam from Canada. And then in the base notes, you get that creamy sandalwood from Australia, gold patchouli from Indonesia, black amber, myrrh from China, and then frankincense from Ethiopia. So what do I get from this fragrance? So off rip, when this fragrance opens, I get that lavender, right? A lot of barbershop scents, they do have that lavender in it, but it's also linked with that fresh blue cypress that makes it really fresh, really nice opening, and then you get a touch of spice from that black pepper that I talked about. But actually, let's spray it on the tester strip just so I can remind myself. See that sprayer? Yeah, wow. So man, this stuff, like I said, opens with the lavender, the fresh blue cypress, and you get that spice with the black pepper. And then in the mid, it unfolds to this like smoky, woodsy, and like earthy type of scent. But it is mixed with like florals that trail with it, and then you start getting that oud. So the oud starts coming to play within the mid. And then the base, you're left off with this nice frankincense and myrrh that really make that's what kind of makes it more of a modern twist to it. This is what a true niche fragrance smells like, man. But this stuff is really good, and that creamy sandalwood, you cannot forget about that. That stuff is what makes this dry down really good in the base. So really do enjoy it. And throughout the fragrance, you still do get like the lavender. The lavender does stick around, although it's a top note. So if you like lavender, you'll love this stuff. Longevity, I get 8 hours plus. Starting from like that point, it starts to become like a skin set where you can like barely smell it. Do go a little light on the trigger. This stuff can be really strong and potent. Me personally, I go like 3 sprays max, and then you're good to go. This for the first hour, you'll project for like beyond arm's length, and then coming in like in the another hour, arm's length, and then you have like a nice scent bubble that follows you throughout the day. Alrighty guys, and as far as occasions for this fragrance, this is something I would only wear for like special occasions. Like I said early in the video, like a graduation, a wedding, maybe like a party or something. I live here in Florida, like you guys might already know, so this is kind of daring to wear in the heat. You know, I don't work in a professional setting either. I work at the NBA Experience over at Disney Springs. So, you know, I'm playing basketball all day, sweating. This is not something I want to smell like when I'm sweating. I want to smell fresh and clean, but it sucks that I don't get as much occasions to wear it. But I love this stuff, man. My dad and my brother were blown away by this stuff. My brother, he's 26 and he also collects fragrances, and he said he wants a bottle of this stuff, so I'm gonna put him on. But my dad, he's older obviously, and he loves this stuff. He thinks it actually brings back like those classical scents that he once used to wear. So really good, man. Shout out to George. Thank you so much for this fragrance. This fragrance holds like a special place in my heart. I should be graduating next spring, so I do plan on wearing this to my graduation, man. So thank you, George. I appreciate it. Much love. Alrighty guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this review of Zaharoff's signature Pour Homme. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Be much appreciated. Also, hit that like button and share your thoughts about what you think about this fragrance. But this is Kev with Singhscents. Peace.